Okay, so this is something that I learned today about the thumb rule, that they're trying to consider using this in an evaluation for risk of, does not mean you have one, but risk of an aortic aneurysm. Okay, so the timing that I learned this was very interesting, and the fact that it looks positive. So today I go to see my primary care doctor, and so I have a possible abdominal aortic aneurysm because I have he said it was inflamed, my aortic valve, and there was some pulsation there, which should not be. So I gotta have some tests done. So I'm looking online, and it wasn't just a random YouTuber. There was like some media sources, and they were trying to say that they feel like this should be included in an evaluation. You know, they look at different things for risk factors, and there are different things that they do for different types of, evaluations on different issues of the body. However, obviously things have to go through peer review. So I am very curious if there's anybody out there who has ever had an aortic aneurysm. Now, this is generally something that happens. They test people for and screen them actually when they get in their 60s. I had a high school friend just a short few years ago who actually died from one. And it was very sad because he was, in his early 50s. And at any rate, so basically this lady, her thumb was like way over, right? So don't force it, but just hold your hand flat and just go over. So basically what they were saying is that your thumb should only go to about right here. Okay. But it has something to do with the collagen in your cartilage starts breaking down as you get older, or if you have specific type of conditions. And it puts you at risk, I guess, because of your aortic, for dissections and aortic valve diseases and stuff like that. So anyways, I'm just curious. But how many people's going to try it, right? But no, seriously though, it doesn't mean you have it. This is not anything that I know that they have done. Every time something they actually use in a medical field has to go through actual studies, that's, controlled studies and peer review. There's a big process. So this is not anything that's formal, but they were talking about it, and it was, some media sources, and so they feel like the thumb rule should be added, and so they're advocating that. So you may see this in a few years or whatever. It takes a while for something to actually go through peer review and all that. But I am curious if anybody's ever had an aortic aneurysm. It doesn't mean you have one if you can do all this, if your thumb goes way over. It just means you could be at risk of that. So, anyways, I think though this is something that you should share with somebody, especially if they're, middle-aged to senior, or, yeah, I think it's something to share. You never know, you may save a life, because aneurysms are pretty serious. They generally don't do surgery on aneurysms unless they're a certain size, but depends on what's going on, if it's leaking or whatever. So, but, yeah. So, and I appreciate prayers too on my situation. I certainly hope that it's not what my doctor suspects, but tests will show soon. But I am getting older. That's life, y'all. Appreciate your prayers, and I want to hear your comments. How many people, well, can you do this? Can you do this? Or does your thumb go, don't force it, just hold your hand flat and go over. And my right hand doesn't go over as far as my left does. I appreciate your comments and your prayers also. And I hope you bless one. Bye.